Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my another video on Android app development. And so guys, in this video I will be teaching you on how you can display your phone contacts in your Android application using the recycler view. So basically we will create a recycler view and we will initiate the or we will use the adapter and we will display all the contacts from our phone memory. So let's get started. So also we will be using the runtime user permission so that the user takes or grant the permission of accessing the contacts of the phone. So guys, without wasting any time, let's get started. Alright guys, so here you can see that we already have the recycler view and we have set the width and height to be the match parent. Alright, but before that let me open the Android manifest file, and in here we have selected the theme dot. Okay, so we are not using any action bar, so for that here we have to use the toolbar. So here we will write toolbar, we will set the width as match parent and height as wrap content. Then we will set the ID as toolbar, we will set the text color and it will be white, and we will have the background, and then inside our the recycler view tag here we can say it to be below the toolbar. Right, so after that we have to go to our main activity and we first of all have to bind the view. So for example, in order to bind the recycler view as well as the toolbar, so here we can use late init variable and we can use recycler view then we can say late init variable toolbar. Alright, so we have there, and then we will be using an array list of type contact. So here let me create the model class. So here we can create the Java class and we will name it as contacts. Model, and in here we can use variable name and variable number. Alright guys, so sorry I forgot to create the Kotlin class. Instead I created the Java class, so I will delete that and we will have the Kotlin class here. Alright, and in here we can say contacts model, and in here we can have the variable name of type string, and we will have variable number string. Alright, and we have to make it a data class. Alright, so after that what we are going to do is here we are going to use or initialize the array list. So for that we can say variable array list contacts, and it will be of type array list, and we will be using contact model. Alright, and in here we can say array list contacts equal to array list Alright, then after that we are going to bind the view. So for that we can say recycler view equal to find view by ID, and similarly for the toolbar we can simply say toolbar equal to find view by ID, and we can say toolbar dot set title, and we will write as then we will use the set spot action bar and we will pass on the toolbar here. Alright, similarly for the recycler view, we have to mention the layout manager. So for that we can say recycler view dot layout manager equal to, and for that we will be using the linear layout manager, and inside that we have to pass on this. Alright, and after that we have to create the adapter. So for that let me create a new Kotlin class, and in here we have to name it as contacts adapter. Alright, so inside our adapter class we have to first of all extend it with recycler view dot adapter, contacts adapter dot contacts view holder, which we will be creating in a meanwhile. Alright, okay, so let me just create the class. Alright, so after that here we have to override some the methods. Okay, so we will create the class here, public class contacts view holder, and it will extend with recycler view dot view holder. And inside that we have to pass on the item view. So for that, before that, let me initialize the item view here. And we will pass on here. So now our error has gone, and but here we still have this error. Okay, so now all the errors have been removed. So okay, so here we have the on create view holder, then we have the on bind view holder. Let me write it below this, and then we have the get item count. All right, so first of all here we have to receive the argument from this main activity. We will be sending the context as well as the array list. So for that let me create let me write the constructor here, and inside here what we are going to write is private value contacts list of type array list, and it will be contacts model. Alright, okay, so we don't need the context, and inside our on create view holder method we are going to write value view equal to layout inflator dot from, then we will have parent dot get context, and then we can say dot inflate or dot layout dot item contact, then we can say pass on the parent, and then we will have null here. Okay, I think it's not here. Let me see what is the error here. Layout inflator dot from, then we have the parent dot context dot inflate, and inside there we can pass on the r dot layout dot item contact, then we have the parent, and then we have the false. Alright, let me just create the resource file. and now the error has gone. Alright, and then we can return the view here. So here we have used the return view. Okay, so here we, instead of returning view, we have to use context view holder, and inside that we can pass on the view object here. Alright, so now it's very much easy, and now here as we have the contact list, so here we can return the contact list dot size. Let me write return. Okay, and after that we are going, what we have is we are going to create the item, the contact here. So here inside our item contact, let me write the relative, change it to relative layout. Let me write it to be match parent, and here we have the text view, it will be match parent and wrap content. Then we have the id as contact name. For example, the contact name is Aaron, text size it will be 16 sp, text style will be bold, padding will be 10 dp, and instead of this 16 we can pass on 18 here. Alright, so after this let me go back to our adapter class, and inside here first of all we have to use the onBind view holder. So here we can say contacts equal to contact list dot get, and inside that we can pass on the position, and then we can simply say holder. Okay, so before that let me initialize this class, and here we have to use value context text view equal to item view dot find view by id r dot id dot contact name. Okay, so now here we can simply say holder dot context text dot set text, and inside that we can pass on the context dot name. Alright, so now our this adapter class is complete. So now we have to go back to our main activity file, and inside here we are going to first of all we have to initialize it. So here we can simply say like variable adapter contacts adapter equal to null, and then here we can simply say adapter equal to contacts adapter, and here we have to pass on the array list, so we can simply pass on the array list here. So it's showing us an error. Okay, so let me write this like this, and finally we can say recycler view dot adapter equal to adapter. Alright, so now the recycler view implementation is complete. We have created the adapter class as well, and now we just have to fetch all the contacts, and then we have to place or put the data inside our array list, and then we have to use the set notify enabled using the features of the adapter. Alright, so now here first of all we have to first of all check for the user permission. So whenever the user will open the application, he will have to grant the permission, and then he will be able to display all the contacts. Alright, so here we have a method, and that one is the check contacts permission. So here we will write private void check fun check contacts permission, and inside that we will have to check for the user permission. And so here we can use if contacts compact dot check self permission, and inside that we have to pass on this. Then we can say android dot manifest dot permission dot read contacts is not equal to package manager dot permission granted. If the permission is not granted, then we have to request for the permission, and if the permission is granted, we only have to pass on the we have to use the method, and we have to display all the contacts. So here inside our else part we can simply display all the contacts. Alright, so but if the user has not granted the permission, so here we can say activity compact dot request permission, and here we have to pass on this, then we have to pass on array of, and here we have to use android dot manifest dot permission dot read contacts, and we have to pass on the request code, so that one will be 200. Alright, so here after this, now we have to override a method on request permission results. So whenever the user grants the permission, or it denies the permission, so this method here we can use the check. So here we can say on request permission result. Let me write it in a better way. Alright, here we can check if request code equal to 200, then we can check if grant results dot is not empty, and grant results of index 0 equal to package manager dot permission granted, and then here we can simply say contact permission granted. So here we can write toast dot make text, then we can pass on this contacts permission granted, and we can display it, and then we can use the method fetch contacts. Alright, and instead of else we can just open the application settings so that the user accepts the or grant the user permission. So for that we can simply, I will copy the toast here and paste it here, and instead of this we can say value intent equal to intent, and inside that we can say in settings dot action application details settings, and we can say intent dot data equal to android.net.uri dot from parts, and here we have to pass on the package, and we have to use the package name, and we can pass the null here. Alright, and finally we can say start activity for result, and here we can pass on the intent as well as the request code. Alright guys, so here now it's complete. Now we only have to write a method that will fetch all the contacts. So here we can write fetch contacts. Alright, so here we can say private fun fetch contacts. So now in this method we are just going to display all the display all the contacts. So here first of all we can say value. We have to we have to fetch the URI. So we can say contacts contract dot common kind common data kind dot phone dot content URI, and then we first of all have to clear our array list, and after that we can use a projection. So we can say projection equal to array of, and here we can use contacts contract dot common data kinds dot phone dot display name, and then we can say contacts contract dot common data kinds dot phone dot number. Alright, then we can say the variable the cursor we will be using, and we can say like cursor content resolver dot query. Inside that we can pass on the URI, then we have to pass on projection null here we can use value